Have you ever wondered why some people fade in their 80s while others stay strong, living past 100 with energy and purpose? What separates those who merely survive from those who continue to thrive in their golden years? The truth may surprise you. It isn't just luck or genetics, but the choices we make every single day. In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful lessons drawn from real stories and timeless wisdom that can reshape the way you age. These are not just about adding years to your life, but about adding life to your years. So let's begin with the first habit. Stay curious. Never stop learning. Curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge are forces that keep the mind sharp, the spirit engaged, and the body alive at any age. Think about meeting someone in their 90s whose eyes light up as they share a passion. Picture them taking on a new hobby, mastering a skill, or exploring the world with the enthusiasm of a child. That spark isn't just charming. It's living proof of how lifelong learning fuels vitality. When we stop seeking knowledge, we risk stagnation, almost as if time begins to speed up. But a mind that stays active and hungry for understanding has the power to keep the body youthful and the spirit strong. Think of Benjamin Franklin. His insatiable curiosity guided him well into old age. At 70, while most people slowed down, Franklin was still experimenting with electricity, uncovering the mysteries of lightning, and inventing the lightning rod. His drive for discovery not only shaped history, but also kept him sharp, purposeful, and deeply connected to the world. A more modern example is Nola Oakes, a Kansas woman who, at 95, accomplished what many thought impossible. In 2007, she earned her bachelor's degree alongside classmates decades younger and later pursued a master's degree. Her story proves that learning has no expiration date. Her determination to grow intellectually gave her purpose and kept her fully engaged with life. The lesson is simple. If you want a long, meaningful, and vibrant life, never stop exploring. Your brain remains your most powerful tool for longevity, capable of forming new pathways even as you age, and science confirms this truth. Research shows that mentally stimulating activities, like reading, solving puzzles, or learning a new language, can delay cognitive decline and improve overall well-being. But it's not limited to formal education. At its core, it's about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and wonder. Ask questions about the world around you. Pick up a book on a subject you've never explored. Watch a documentary, attend a lecture, or have a conversation with someone who sees life differently. Each small act of discovery adds fuel to your vitality. Curiosity doesn't just preserve youth, it enriches each day, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for growth. It also builds resilience, helping you adapt to life's changes with energy and grace. Whether you're 25 or 95, the decision to keep learning is a commitment to staying alive in the fullest sense. Embrace the unknown, welcome fresh ideas, and let curiosity become the heartbeat of a well-lived life. Now, let's move to the second habit. Move like your life depends on it. Because it does. One of the most silent but dangerous threats to longevity, especially after 80, is physical inactivity. The moment you slip into a sedentary lifestyle, the body begins to decline. Strength fades, joints stiffen, and vitality weakens. Inactivity is not just doing nothing, it actively contributes to poor health, leading to weakened muscles, reduced flexibility, and diminished heart function. The evidence is clear. A lack of movement is tied to serious age-related conditions, from heart disease to cognitive decline. Yet here's the empowering truth. Staying active doesn't demand extreme workouts or athletic feats. It's about weaving joyful, purposeful movement into daily life in ways that match your passions and routines. Take the remarkable example of Jean Calment, the longest-living woman on record, who reached 122 years. Her secret wasn't complicated. It was simple, consistent activity. She continued riding her bicycle well into her 100s, proving that natural, fulfilling movement sustains life. Her story is not an exception, but a beacon of what's possible when movement becomes a lifelong habit. We also see this in Sardinia, a blue zone famous for its centenarians. Shepherds there walk miles every day across rugged hills, not as a chore, but as a natural part of life itself. Their movement is purposeful, tied to their surroundings, and sustained for decades. The lesson is clear. Surrendering to the comfort of the couch is a choice that steals precious years. Sedentary habits don't just slow you down, they accelerate aging, making it harder to regain momentum once it's lost. The antidote is simple. Find movement that brings you joy and make it a non-negotiable part of your life. It could be daily walks in the park, dancing to music you love, gardening, swimming, or gentle yoga. The secret is consistency and enjoyment. Movement should feel like a celebration of your body's ability, not a punishment. And science fully supports this truth. Regular activity improves circulation, strengthens bones, lifts mood through endorphins, and sharpens the mind. It's a holistic defense against aging. Even something as modest as a brisk 30-minute walk each day can lower disease risk and boost longevity. The beauty of this principle lies in its accessibility. Movement is available to nearly everyone, regardless of age, fitness, or resources. Now, let's turn to the third habit. Nurture your social circle. Loneliness is a silent epidemic, far more damaging than most realize. It's not just about feeling down. Long-term isolation can cut years from your life, with studies comparing its effects to smoking daily or living with obesity. In contrast, social connection is a powerful elixir, a foundation for vitality and longevity. To thrive, not just survive, you must invest intentionally in relationships, building a circle that supports you through life's highs and lows. After all, why does this matter so deeply? Because we are social beings, wired for connection. Our ancestors survived by coming together, and that legacy still shapes us today. Social bonds ease stress, support mental health, and even strengthen physical resilience. A landmark 2010 meta-analysis from Brigham Young University, reviewing 148 studies with over 300,000 participants, found that people with strong social ties had a 50% greater chance of survival compared to those with weaker connections. The evidence is undeniable. Relationships aren't just pleasant, they're life-saving. Think of George Burns, the comedian who lived to 100, still cracking jokes and delighting audiences until the end. His secret? He was rarely alone, always surrounded by friends, colleagues, and laughter. The same truth is seen in Okinawa, home to one of the world's longest living populations. Their secret is the moai, lifelong friendship groups formed in childhood. These circles provide emotional support, shared purpose, and accountability. Whether celebrating joys or enduring hardships, moai are not just social clubs. They're lifelines, ensuring no one feels adrift. In contrast, isolation takes a heavy toll. It doesn't just darken the mood, it accelerates cognitive decline, weakens the immune system, and raises the risk of heart disease and depression. The Harvard study of adult development, which has tracked lives since 1938, found that the quality of relationships at age 50 predicted health and happiness at 80 more strongly than cholesterol levels or income. Loneliness doesn't just hurt, it can shorten life. So how do you build and maintain a strong social circle? It begins with intention. Relationships don't simply appear. They require effort, especially as life gets busy or mobility declines. First, prioritize quality over quantity. A few deep, meaningful connections are far more valuable than a long list of acquaintances. Seek people who uplift you, challenge you, and share your values. Invest your energy in those who truly make time for you. Second, be proactive. Don't wait for invitations. Take the initiative. Plan a coffee date, host a game night, or start a book club. Even small gestures like sending a message or making a quick call help build momentum. Over time, consistency turns acquaintances into confidants. Third, diversify your circle. Lifelong friends are treasures, but new connections bring fresh energy and perspectives. Join a class, volunteer, or attend community gatherings to meet people beyond your usual circle. Cross-generational friendships, mentoring someone younger or learning from an elder, add even more depth. Fourth, embrace vulnerability. Real bonds grow when we share openly, not just our highlights, but also our fears and dreams. Vulnerability creates trust, transforming casual ties into lasting connections. Finally, use technology wisely. If distance or mobility is a barrier, video calls, group chats, or online communities can help bridge the gap and keep relationships alive. But don't let screens fully replace face-to-face connection. Physical presence holds a unique power. Another key is to give generously. Support others without expecting immediate returns. Listen with care, celebrate their successes, and stand by them in hard times. Generosity builds a cycle of goodwill that strengthens your circle. Stay committed even through conflict. No relationship is perfect, and disagreements are inevitable, but walking away should not be the default. Practice forgiveness, communicate openly, and work through tensions. Resilience in relationships reflects resilience in life itself. Building a social circle isn't a one-time effort. It's a lifelong practice. Life transitions, such as retirement, relocation, or loss, can shrink networks, which is why adaptability is so important. The rewards are immense: belonging, shared laughter, and the comfort of knowing you are never alone. Think of your social circle as a garden. Plant seeds, nurture them with care, and it will bloom, nourishing you for decades. In a world that often glorifies independence, remember that no one thrives in isolation. Your tribe is your strength. Invest in people, stay connected, and watch your life glow with vitality at any age. Now we move to the fourth habit. Eat like your future depends on it. The saying, "You are what you eat," carries profound weight as we grow older, especially after 80. At this stage, the body becomes more sensitive to the quality of nutrition it receives. The choices made at the table can either fortify vitality or hasten decline. Food is not merely fuel. Food is the raw material that rebuilds your cells, sustains your organs, and shapes the course of your health. A diet filled with processed foods high in refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and additives acts like a slow poison, driving inflammation, oxidative stress, and age-related diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. In contrast, a nutrient-dense diet built on whole foods, rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats, strengthens the body's resilience, supports longevity, and preserves both mental and physical function well into advanced age. To eat with intention is to invest in a future where you stay active, sharp, and vibrant. History and culture provide striking examples. Li Qingyuan, a Chinese herbalist said to have lived over 190 years, attributed his remarkable life to a disciplined, plant-based diet filled with herbs like ginseng, goji berries, and licorice root, paired with moderation and balance. While his exact age may be debated, the principle behind his lifestyle echoes what modern science affirms: natural, unprocessed foods repair cells and sustain health. The Mediterranean diet offers another well-documented example. Extensively studied for its link to longer life and lower disease rates, it emphasizes whole grains, legumes, vegetables, fruits, nuts, olive oil, and moderate amounts of fish and wine. Populations in Sardinia, Italy, and Icaria, Greece, both blue zones where centenarians thrive, consistently follow diets centered on plant-based foods, lean proteins, and healthy fats, rather than processed alternatives. These communities don't diet in the restrictive sense. Instead, they embrace a way of eating that sustains life. Instead of restricting themselves, these communities nourish their bodies with intention, treating food as both medicine and a source of vitality. Science strongly supports this view. As we age, nutrient absorption slows and metabolism shifts, making it vital to focus on foods with the highest nutritional value. Antioxidants in colorful fruits and vegetables, like blueberries, spinach, and sweet potatoes, combat oxidative stress, a major driver of aging that harms cells and DNA. Omega-3 fatty acids from salmon, flax seeds, and other sources support brain health, reduce inflammation, and may lower the risk of Alzheimer's and heart disease. Protein, often overlooked in older adults, is essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength. Sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, can be reduced with high-quality protein sources such as beans, lentils, eggs, or lean meats. Fiber from whole grains, fruits, and vegetables also supports gut health, which research now links to immunity and even mood. On the other hand, processed foods disrupt the gut microbiome, spike blood sugar, and fuel inflammation, eroding health over time. Longevity studies show centenarians rarely follow fad diets or obsess over calories. Instead, they practice mindful nourishment, eating to sustain life rather than indulge short-term cravings. This doesn't mean deprivation. In fact, many long-lived individuals deeply enjoy their meals, treating food as a cultural and social ritual. In Okinawa, Japan, another well-known blue zone, the principle of hara hachi bu, eating until you're 80% full, encourages moderation without sacrificing satisfaction. Meals are colorful, varied, and filled with vegetables, tofu, and small amounts of fish, creating a balance that nourishes both body and spirit. To live by this principle, start by rethinking your relationship with food. Choose whole, minimally processed ingredients, vibrant salads, hearty soups, and nourishing grain bowls instead of fast food or sugary snacks. Experiment with herbs and spices that do more than add flavor. Turmeric, garlic, and rosemary deliver powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. Plan meals with variety to ensure a wide spectrum of nutrients. Whenever possible, source food locally or grow your own herbs and vegetables, creating a deeper connection with what you eat. And never overlook the power of community. Sharing meals with loved ones amplifies both the emotional and physical rewards of eating well, a hallmark of many long-lived cultures. The fifth key to longevity is just as vital. Find purpose, a reason to wake up each day. At the heart of a fulfilling, extended life lies a simple truth. Purpose is the strongest elixir for longevity. What's the value of living to 100 if each day feels empty or without direction? A deep, personal sense of purpose is more than motivation. It is the spark that gets you out of bed, the compass that shapes your choices, and the fuel that keeps your spirit resilient through life's challenges. This final secret to a vibrant, extended life comes down to discovering your why. A reason to live that resonates deeply becomes the very heartbeat of existence. Purpose doesn't always mean grand achievements or world-changing ambitions, though for some it might. More often, it is about discovering what makes life feel meaningful, caring for family, mastering a craft, serving the community, or simply bringing joy to others. Studies consistently show that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. Research from the Rush Alzheimer's Disease Center found that those with a clear purpose were less likely to develop Alzheimer's and experienced slower cognitive decline. Another study published in The Lancet revealed that older adults with purpose had a lower risk of mortality, even after accounting for wealth, education, and physical health. Purpose doesn't just enrich daily life, it actively protects the body and mind from the effects of aging. Take the inspiring story of Fauja Singh, who was still running marathons at 100. Born in India in 1911, he only began running in his late 80s, after the loss of his wife and son left him facing deep grief. What sustained him wasn't just physical training, it was his mission to inspire others, especially younger generations, to value health and resilience. That mission gave him reason to train, to push his limits, and to arrive at each race with determination and joy. His story highlights a universal truth. Purpose doesn't just add years to life, it adds life to years. The Japanese concept of ikigai offers another perspective on this profound secret. Roughly translated as a reason for being, ikigai is about finding that sweet spot where your passions, talents, values, and the world's needs meet. In Okinawa, one of the world's blue zones known for its high concentration of centenarians, ikigai is a cultural cornerstone. For some, it's tending a garden that nourishes their family. For others, it's teaching traditional crafts or being a source of wisdom in their community. Okinawans don't chase purpose as a distant ideal. They live it every day, woven into the fabric of their routines. This quiet dedication to something greater than themselves is a key reason they not only live longer, but also report high levels of life satisfaction. Purpose takes many forms, and it doesn't have to be fixed. For one person, it might be raising children and later mentoring others or volunteering. For another, it could be a lifelong devotion to art, science, or faith. Consider the story of Anna Mary Robertson. Moses, better known as Grandma Moses. She began painting in her late 70s after years of farming and raising a family. Her vibrant, nostalgic paintings captured the world's attention, and she continued creating well into her 90s, fueled by a renewed purpose to share her vision. By the time she was 100, she was still painting, her spirit undimmed because she had a reason to keep going. Her life reminds us that purpose can evolve, and it's never too late to discover it. Yet finding your why is not always simple in a world that often values productivity over meaning. It requires reflection and honesty. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What do I want to give to the world, even in small ways? What would I regret not doing? These questions can lead you closer to clarity. For some, purpose grows from connection, being a steady presence for family or friends. For others, it's found in creation, service, or the pursuit of knowledge. There is no one-size-fits-all answer, but the very act of searching for purpose is life-affirming. It invites you to explore your values, passions, and the legacy you want to leave. The benefits of purpose are more than philosophical. Physically, it acts like a shield. It lowers stress by giving a sense of control and direction, which in turn reduces cortisol levels that can harm health over time. It builds resilience, helping you recover from setbacks, whether a health scare or a personal loss. And purpose often inspires healthier choices, reinforcing longevity. When you have a reason to live, you are more likely to eat well, stay active, and nurture relationships. Psychologically, it helps protect against loneliness and depression, both powerful risk factors for early mortality. Purpose acts as a holistic force, aligning body, mind, and spirit toward longevity. If you're unsure where to begin, look to those who've walked the path before you. Centenarians in Sardinia, another famous blue zone, often point to their roles as grandparents or community elders as their guiding purpose. They remain engaged and valued, whether sharing stories or tending livestock. Similarly, volunteers who devote time to meaningful causes report feeling more fulfilled and energized at every stage of life. Even small acts, writing letters, teaching a skill, or planting trees, can anchor you in something meaningful. The key is consistency and staying connected to what sparks your spirit. And there you have it. 5 timeless wisdoms to not only add years to your life, but life to your years. I wish you good health, happiness, and peace. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.